if somebody has not kept his or her word, I give it back. I don't use diplomatic language. I become totally so people know me as, if you are interacting with Commander Girish Konkar, you have to be committed.
Right.
Otherwise, let's leave that person alone. I'm okay with that. But commitment, bol diya matlab bol diya.
Right.
Now there is no going back. How do I make myself redundant? That I don't know, I should not do the routine jobs. That should be my task as an entrepreneur. Sports gives you ample opportunity to develop your emotions. And if you have a mentor who will guide you, a coach who will guide you saying, how should you act in a particular situation? Then you start, the earlier you develop it, the better it is in the long run. Because you learn failure from sports.
A lot of leaders, I believe, and entrepreneurs, especially new entrepreneurs, might face this issue that they don't know how to explain it to their team members that this is what we need from you.
Correct. One of the fallouts of COVID has been the digital boom.
Yes.
Digital life was going on. There was everything was going, but the COVID gave it a huge...
especially for education.
Absolutely. It gave a huge fillip. What is the one common quality that has kept you going? Zindagi na milegi dobara. Failure is part of the upbringing, of the growing up. And I said, fail ho jayegi. Maximum kya ho jayega? We'll do it one more time and see if we can learn something. If not, we'll give it up. No problems.
Welcome to Devakey Diaries, lessons from the best in business. In today's episode, we are joined by an extraordinary leader, a leader whose journey spans from the depths of the ocean to the heights of corporate boardrooms, Commander Girish Konkar. An ex-submarine commander and a leadership and transformation catalyst, he is also the CEO of Beyond Horizons. Commander Girish Konkar has worked with Fortune 500 companies to help them unlock their leadership potential and achieve business excellence. Commander Girish Konkar, where many of us struggle to build one successful career, has built not one but two successful careers. With 2 decades spent in the Indian Navy and more than 2 decades now as a leadership and transformation catalyst, where he brings his unique military precision, psychological insight, and experiential learning to build tomorrow's leaders. A certified firewalking coach, an advanced Psyche practitioner, and so much more, Commander Girish Konkar is an adventurer at heart and lives by his own personal credo, be the master of your own life and not its slave. Welcome to Devakey Diaries.
Thank you very much. Thank you for getting me here.
So my first question to you is, you've built, like I said, 2 different careers. You've spent time in the Indian Navy, served the Indian Navy, and now you're here where you're mostly in corporate boardrooms with the top C-suite and the top management of companies. So going from there to this new life, what were the biggest mindset shifts that had to take place for you?
So it's been a gradual shifts. It's not that day one. So I left Navy in 2004, and Navy was a very structured organization. We had everything used to work perfectly fine. In the civvy street, one has to take it as it comes. So I was always of the attitude that whatever happens, happens to good. And I would analyze in the whatever the situation is, whether it's with the corporate leaders, whether it's with the employees, always how do I give my best? So I do always think in those terms. It's not that I am the leader and therefore others should follow me. It is that everybody is in their own rights a perfect person, and so that we get along together. So I do think always in my mind is there that, and because I had that open mind, that whatever I have done in the last 21, 22 years in the Indian Navy need not necessarily stand good. Now, certain things never change.
Okay.
They are the value systems. The rest, everything is flexible.
Okay.
And when I mean by value system, which is not flexible at all, that is the first one is what is the commitment levels. To a fault, I am committed, and I expect people to be committed. I am ruthless. That's the word, ruthless. So there are many instances wherein if somebody has not kept his or her word, I give it back. I don't use diplomatic language. I become totally so people know me as, if you are interacting with Commander Girish Konkar, you have to be committed.
Right.
Otherwise, let's leave that person alone. I'm okay with that. The second one that people must have is integrity. So all these, whatever standard, they're universal value systems. Nothing new in that.
Yeah.
So as long as other person has that, otherwise I'm flexible. Somehow that's in my, you can say, वो ज़हन में है कि भाई, go with the flow.
पानी की तरह बहना है.
बहना, nothing is sacrosanct, but commitment, बोल दिया मतलब बोल दिया.
Right.
Now there is no going back. Same is integrity. So honesty. All these are standard universal values. Baki sab, each one is a individual master. So I fortunately it worked, and I was able to, whenever required, I laugh a lot. So I don't mind laughing loudly in any situation, and so life is going on greatly, and people appreciate that. And once people appreciate that, okay, you're on the right path.
Right. So, sir, when I see your journey, earlier in the Indian Navy, like you said, it was a structured organization. But when you're out, you've actually become an entrepreneur and you've built your own journey. So, what were some of the lessons that you learned along the way when you were interacting with, CEOs or management personnel of Fortune 500 companies? As an entrepreneur that you kept imbibing in yourself?
So first is my personal journey as an entrepreneur. The day you decide to become an entrepreneur, I would say for the first couple of years, you are, I call it from P to P. That means from the peon to the president. You are the whole soul. So you open the lock of your office, you clean the table,
Right.
you get your glass of water, or you have
Cup
to
of
do it
coffee.
cup of coffee, you have to do it yourself. Let's have no doubts about that. Do you always do that? The answer is no. So as you slowly grow, then you can obviously employ as many number of people that your business needs. And that will help. And your whole aim should be that how do I make myself redundant, that I don't know, I should not do the routine jobs. That should be my task as an entrepreneur. And so along the way, every time I would think, do I have to do this job? Am I doing it myself because I don't have the money to hire somebody? If I have the money, then hire. If I don't have the money, obviously, then I have to work a little bit more harder. But within 2-3 years, any entrepreneur should reach a level where you should be able to afford people whom you need down the line, so that your routine job should be taken care of.
Okay.
And you have more time to think of something bigger, something which will give you more revenues or more returns down the line, rather than getting into the nitty-gritty of everything. So I learned that since the beginning. So, like for example, initially I used to do a lot of meetings. Even today I do meetings, but that in those days it was much more, because you needed business. So you have to go to the customer's place. Customer will never come to you. You go to his place. And one day I remember, within 2 years, so I left in 2004, somewhere in 2007, maybe 7 or 6. I had to go for a meeting in one day. I went to Ranjangaon. From the Ranjangaon, I went to Chakan, and then came back. And one day I drove 150 kilometers.
Crazy.
The next day I hired a driver. I said, this is madness to drive 150 kilometers. So next day
and plus be full mentally and physically present in the meeting.
So now I realized, while when there's a driver, I can do a lot of things sitting behind. Right up to catching out my sleep, to think of something,
Yeah.
So there are a lot of things you can do once you're free. So that's what I do. And coming then, now I started interacting with the C-suite people, senior people, and you realize they also come in two different category of people. They come. There are some people who are absolutely, they are never troubled. They are clean desks. So you start wondering. If I ask one or two people also, do you have any job? He says no. If I have job, that means I am inefficient. Because why have I hired 25 people, senior people with me? Because they should do the job. I should be redundant. I should only come if something big has to be taken. अगले 5 साल के बाद करना क्या है? Then you call me.
Right. The strategy.
Strategy. That's where I am required. If every day I am required for every firefighting, and if something is wrong, then it's my inefficiency. I've hired the wrong person.
Okay.
So it's time. So in fact, there was one. I remember one person. He had a what do you call that? A poster. There is. He says all those who enter here who give up hope. Because if you entered here means you done something other. Either I mean like that, So and some they are always busy.
Right.
They never have time for themselves. And those are the people who probably need more of my help.
Yes.
Those who got a clean table.
To reach that Zen state.
Yeah. So my business come that way. Those who have a clean table, they don't need me, but they need probably for their
Their next
reportees,
level of
next level, so that they
yeah.
also have that. And uh, so it's a lovely interaction with. I learn a lot from these people because they have been there, done that.
Yes.
They're handling thousands of crores of companies. They've got large teams. So I learn from them also. How are they doing it?
Right. Yeah.
And that becomes my growth also. But there's only a limited amount you can learn from books and from various things. But I learn from these people.
So I've also noticed, so you are an author as well. And one of the things that you speak about also a lot is emotional intelligence and the role it plays in leadership. So, how can young entrepreneurs who are starting out their journey learn about emotional intelligence and apply it in their careers?
Emotional intelligence is the bedrock for leadership, for life. 90% of our problems disappear if I have good emotional intelligence. So one is being emotional, other one is emotional intelligence. That means I must be aware in a situation what sort of emotions I should display. How does one teach it? Schools, college have no clue to teach it. But how do you learn it on their own? The best places where you can learn emotional intelligence is probably on the sports fields.
Okay.
Sports gives you ample opportunity to develop your emotions. And if you have a mentor who will guide you, a coach who will guide you saying, how should you act in a particular situation? Then you start, the earlier you develop it, the better it is in the long run. So various things like perseverance and that never give up attitude. Only sports can teach you.
Right.
Because sports are in a controlled environment. So in school you get introduced to multiple sports. As you grow, become adults and then you can play only one or two sports.
Yeah, you choose something.
You choose something. But as a school level, you get introduced to multiple sports. Some you might have. But I've noticed nowadays schools somehow the sports has come down.
Yes.
With the latest NEP, I don't know how much sports is.
Hopefully, it has more importance now.
Yes, hopefully sports are there more because sports teach you emotion because you learn failure from sports.
I was
One
just
person
thinking
has
that,
to win, one
yeah,
person has to lose. Even if you lose, it's okay. And that's
you
emotional
have to
intelligence.
be okay.
Yeah, you can't take it to heart and you can't sit down, oh my God, I lost. Zindagi khatam ho gayi. You can't do that. So you say, okay, tomorrow's another day and I get up and learn new things and get better at it. That's again emotional intelligence. So keeping your emotions in the check. So it's very important that youngsters learn this emotional intelligence, play sports. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy is a common English phrase that we all grow up with. It's very true.
Yeah.
So you must divide your time into out of office activities, out of office work. Sometimes yes, you have to work 14 hours, 16 hours.
Yeah.
That's there, but not as a routine. So that's where one can learn emotional intelligence. So when you play, go out, when you are more in social environments, that teaches you emotional intelligence. So the more social environment you have friends, interact with friends, not online. Online zero.
Okay.
Okay. In person. There you get tremendous.
No Zoom calling your friends.
No Zoom calling your friends. No WhatsApp calling your friends. Nothing. I mean that is zero as far as emotion is concerned. It's in physical interactions that all the five senses are involved in it, and that teaches the brain how I should act in a particular manner. As long as behind you in your mind you have that my action should not purposefully hurt somebody.
Right.
You generally do fine, and the brain learns. So that is very important. That in my mind I must have the goodness of everybody, and the best emotions will start coming out.
Okay. So discipline, clarity, and execution. These are the hallmarks of any type of military training. How have you integrated these qualities in your leadership programs?
How have I integrated them? Okay, first leadership has got lots of qualities, right?
Right.
So every program,
Hmm.
it's a flow that
Hmm.
comes. The discipline starts off with commitment.
Okay.
A fallout of commitment will at some stage become a discipline. So
Hmm.
when you teach something, first is expectations must be very clear.
Hmm.
Once you have so when the participants are there, maybe 20 participants or 100 participants,
Hmm.
so you have a 10 minutes where you make very crystal clear what are the expectations from the participants,
Hmm.
from me, and you get an agreement
Hmm.
that is this okay with everybody.
Right.
Once you have the agreement,
Hmm.
next is saying now in order to do this, we must be committed and we'll follow it up. And the flow comes, and
Hmm.
every participant I've noticed becomes disciplined.
Hmm.
So I don't go with that ki today's youth is indisciplined.
Right.
I don't believe that.
Hmm.
Once you have the expectations which are set,
Hmm.
people are highly disciplined and they work as per the. Because everybody is a good person.
Right.
Everybody wants to prove themselves. So if that is the case, once your expectations are right,
Hmm.
people become disciplined,
Hmm.
and that is the discipline part gets looked after. What was the second one you said?
Second was with clarity and execution, but I
Yeah.
think
So
you
again, all these,
covered.
yeah.
Yeah.
If that is not there, then you'll have lots of problems.
Hmm.
If you're not clear in your communication,
Hmm.
so I have uh, to a fault sometimes. I do that. I always uh, tell people whenever I'm interacting with them. By example, if some job is to be done,
Right.
so I ask you, by when will it get done?
Hmm.
That's my first question.
Hmm.
By when? And they give a time frame by which it get done. I say, okay, fair enough.
Hmm.
Unless there is some urgency, it can take 2 days, can get 2 weeks, can take 2 months. No
Hmm.
problems. If there's an urgency, then it should be my responsibility to tell them no, 2 weeks is not possible. Can you do it in
Less time.
1 week?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it's for other person to come back and say no, 1 week is too less a time. I need 1.5 weeks.
Hmm.
Okay, that can go on. But once we say, let's say 1.5 weeks is now fixed,
Hmm.
now there's clarity on both sides
Hmm.
that this has to be done. And since the beginning, as I told you, I'm known for it's commitment.
Hmm.
So once you said 1.5 weeks after a discussion, now the other person has to deliver in that 1.5 week.
Right.
Again, if something happens that the person is unable to deliver or whatever the job was, is unable to complete it, and 99% of the time we know maybe 3-4 days in advance
Hmm.
that it's not possible to deliver as per that particular date
Time
which I have
frame.
set time
Right.
frame.
Hmm.
Simply pick up the phone and say, okay, it is slightly
Hmm.
difficult to complete that. And so
Hmm.
generally there is no problem.
Hmm.
Take 1 or 2 days more.
Hmm.
Very rare that you have an urgency key. It has to be done by so and so time. HR.
Right.
And once you have these two things, clarity is there, execution then just follows.
Hmm.
And it then becomes very simple. So I find it's very simple.
Hmm.
And rarely do I have any problem with it.
So I think from what I'm learning here is setting the expectations right at the
Yes,
start itself.
very important.
That is very important because a lot of leaders, I believe, and entrepreneurs, especially new entrepreneurs, might face this issue that they don't know how to explain it to their team members that this is what we need from you
Correct.
and by this time, for
Yes,
example. So if we can get that sorted right at the
absolutely.
beginning of setting up that task list,
Absolutely.
I think everything else can follow
Absolutely.
from
So
that.
everything starts off with your communication.
Hmm.
Communication, clarity of your communication, clarity of your expectations. If they're communicated well,
Hmm.
and the best way to make out whether my communication has been correct is ask the other person to repeat back
Hmm.
by paraphrasing.
Hmm.
When that person paraphrases it, you know, is everything correct
Hmm.
or is there some mismatch? Because there
Right.
can be a mismatch.
Yeah.
Uh, I might say something in English, other person doesn't understand English so well.
Hmm.
You get to know that, okay, tell me what have you understood.
Hmm.
And that person, no, but this is not correct. You change it there.
Hmm.
This requires time.
Right.
My experience, many entrepreneurs or even senior people, they're very senior people, they think that once I've said it,
Hmm.
it'll get done.
Hmm.
Doesn't happen. You have to invest that time to have a dialogue to say,
Hmm.
okay, this is the expectation. Have you understood it? Okay,
Hmm.
what have you understood?
Hmm.
That what have you understood is left out.
Hmm.
And then the problem starts.
Okay.
So it's not that the other person, your colleagues or your
Hmm.
juniors or your teammates don't want to deliver,
Hmm.
don't want to work hard. They want to work hard. But if the expectations and
They just
as
don't know
not
what it is.
and the clarity is not there,
Hmm.
then the problem comes. So it's very
Hmm.
important to have this clarity of
Right.
it's called as feedback loop, it's
Hmm.
called as paraphrase,
Hmm.
there are different words for it.
Hmm.
Basic thing is tell me what have you understood.
Right. So also, you've ventured into a whole new territory now with online coaching. So what was the inspiration for you to go on and try something new? I mean, people after a certain point in their career are very satisfied with what they've built. Like, ho gaya, jitna achieve karna tha ho gaya. But you are somebody who stepped out of your comfort zone and are into an unknown territory. So what was the seed or the thought that pushed you in this direction?
Okay, that word which was comfort zone is absolutely
Hmm.
correct. I always say I'm a digital dinosaur.
Hmm.
Okay, for me, even the smartphone is a
Too
big
much.
gadget. Okay, too much. Now here I'm in a digital world. 22 years, I've learned the art. I was not never a natural trainer.
Hmm.
I've never done training in my submarine life before as operations man. And now last 21 years I've been into training field.
Yes.
I love the training that, okay, I can interact with 20, 30, 100 participants, and I've learned much a lot. I've got the knack of imparting that knowledge to everybody so that others can follow, love it, get great feedback. So now, as you said, life
Hmm.
is set.
Hmm.
Okay, somewhere it comes in the mind,
Hmm.
but I can only tell 25 people.
Hmm.
Today, the way, especially the COVID, one of the fallouts of COVID has been
Right.
the digital boom. I
Yes.
mean, digital life was going on. There was everything was going, but the COVID gave it a huge,
Especially for education.
absolutely, it gave
Hmm.
a huge fillip. It's got its limitations in various ways, but still now you can suddenly address a
Hmm.
thousand or 1 million people. I mean, there are people who do programs or something for 1 million people at
Hmm.
one time,
Hmm.
which was never possible in the physical world,
Right.
and if today is not possible.
Hmm.
So, is there something that whatever little knowledge I've learned, uh, I get good reviews to say, okay, I can able to impart that to the participants who are there in the program, their lives transforms. Can that be done in a digital format way?
Hmm.
The answer is yes, it can be, but it's still difficult for me
Yes. Hmm.
because now you're in front of a camera,
Hmm.
in front of a laptop,
Hmm.
and you might be having 10, 20, 30, 100, 200, 500 participants in front whom you cannot see.
Hmm.
So you don't get their body language. So it's initially a huge mental block.
Hmm.
You're speaking to front of a screen, a blank screen.
Right.
You know, whereas here, we can have a
Bounce
conversation.
off each other's
Yes,
energy. Hmm.
we can have a conversation. We can see each other's body language. So
Hmm.
many inputs which I'm getting through my five senses.
Hmm.
Now here I'm not even getting any input. I just have a
Hmm.
blank screen, and I got
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah. Many people don't even turn on their cameras. So.
So
Hmm.
yeah, it's a tough challenge. But once you say, okay, I've got learned a lot of things which some part of it I can impart to many people.
Hmm.
Let's give it a go.
Hmm.
That's how I started in
Hmm.
the digital space
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
digital coaching and etc. etc.
Hmm.
And long way to go.
Sir, you are an inspiration. Every time we interact with you, we feel that. And during this journey, like I said, not one, not two, but now three different types of careers that you've built on. What is the one common thread that you see that has kept you going, or the qualities that have kept you going?
What is the one common quality that has kept you going?
Hmm.
Zindagi na milegi dobara.
Hmm.
So you enjoy every moment,
Hmm.
and I am not one who sits at home and just sleeps off.
Hmm.
I love to sleep,
Yeah.
but I'm not the one who loves to sleep every day and just
Hmm.
so. In our house, it's always been the thing. Weekends are the most busiest days.
Okay.
Working days are very easy,
Hmm.
but weekends are the most busy because then you'll go for a trek somewhere, go
Hmm.
for outing somewhere, go this thing. So you're always planning. कि
Hmm.
इस weekend पे कहाँ जाना है. So
Hmm.
weekends are always the
Hmm.
most hectic time of the day.
Hmm.
So despite whatever the age is,
Hmm.
you look forward to doing something new, something
Hmm.
keeps you busy.
Hmm.
As I say, absolutely, if you're doing nothing, then it's a devil's workshops. An empty
Hmm.
mind is a devil's workshop.
Hmm.
So you start always thinking, what new can I do? What
Hmm.
more can I? So in the middle, I started learning flute.
Hmm.
Then I tried some handed singing also.
Hmm.
I sing only 4 songs.
Yeah.
I don't sing the fifth song,
Hmm.
but I can sing 4 songs.
Yeah.
Okay, that's because I did
Hmm.
experimented with them and
Hmm.
did it.
Hmm.
So that I play squash still.
Hmm.
So you keep doing new things, and so like I said, zindagi naam lege dobara. Enjoy every moment. That keeps you fresh.
Hmm.
That keeps you smiling.
Hmm.
That makes you less cranky.
Hmm.
I don't know if I'm cranky. That you'd ask my wife. But yeah, that keeps it going.
I think another common thread is your willingness to learn.
Yeah.
Because in each time, right, at least when you were entering the Navy, you were at an age where we are traditionally taught you have to learn.
Yes.
But when you moved out of that and into the corporate world, you had to learn something all over again, right? You
Absolutely.
built everything from scratch. So if you didn't have that willingness to learn, it wouldn't have been possible to crack that career.
Absolutely.
And even now, although you call yourself a digital dinosaur, you're still ready.
Yeah.
You're still ready to take that leap of faith that, okay, something new is happening, let me try.
Yeah.
So that is another thing.
I'm willing to fail. So failure is part of the upbringing, of the growing up. And I said, ठीक है, fail हो जाएंगे, क्या हो जाए, maximum क्या हो जाएगा? We'll do it one more time and see if we can learn something. If not, we'll give it up, no problems. Nothing, no hard and fast.
Yeah.
So take it as it comes, and I think it works most of the time.
Yeah. Another piece of advice that you could give someone who are right now starting off on their career path or entrepreneurship journey.
No advice as such, but just definitely live life. One is to live life as it comes, but at the same time have uh, some goals in front of you. Life is multifaceted. Don't get stuck in just one corner of life. So work hard, play hard, enjoy life, do lots of crazy stuff. As long as not doing something antisocial, that is fine. So there's no one structured life one can have. You choose your path, but definitely have variety in your life. Okay, you must able to switch from one to the other. That builds your personality.
Right.
If you're only one particular thing, you'll grow in your life. You'll become very senior, and people will look up to you saying, "This is the person to go to for so and so." I still feel that is too narrow. जिंदगी नाम लेके दोबारा. Enjoy life fully. So to all the youngsters that are there, I would sincerely say it's not just work, it's not just play, it's not just family, it's not just profession. It's everything has to be dovetailed. Something there is no standard answer how to do it. You learn by doing. Sometimes you succeed, sometimes you don't succeed, but keep doing new things and you become a better person.
Uh, Also, sir, we spoke about technology, and you are also, I see you on YouTube, I see you on Instagram. You have a great LinkedIn following as well, where people really look up to, the kind of articles you publish and all of that. So, how important is having a digital presence, building your own identity digitally, whether it's your website, whether it's your social media? How important do you think that is for anybody who's building a career and a startup, a company right now?
Definitely you need in today's that's the only way, best method. How do you advertise yourself? How do you make the whole world know about you?
Right.
So depending on what your area of expertise is or what your business is, it's not necessary that Girish Konkar sometimes need not be known, but the work that Girish Konkar does should be known, or what your product is. The product has to be known by people. Which is the easiest method today to show it to people is through digital platforms.
Right.
uh, like you mentioned, YouTube is there. So one needs to be digital friendly. If I myself am not digital friendly, then I need a team who can then take on that role, uh, and that helps a lot. But the better digital presence, at least you're known. So doors open, I would say. After that, again, it's your product. If the product is good, it'll sell. You can have a fantastic digital world out there, ecosystem there, where your product is being displayed or you're being displayed. But if you are not that, it'll fall flat.
Right.
So to get a wider acceptance, to get a wider spread of your message, digital world definitely is very helpful today.
Fantastic. And one last question is, if a 21-year-old aspiring entrepreneur comes up to you for guidance, what's the one thing you want them to remember as they begin this journey?
Keep your sights on the long term. Okay, think 10 years from now, and be ready to slog it out, especially in the first 3 years. And that slog out will be like you never expected it. Within 3 years, learn to delegate, learn to build trust in your teams, build teams. You alone can do nothing. Start out when you start, yes, you are the whole soul, but within a short span, like 3 years should be the maximum, should not take more than 3 years. Build your ecosystem, build your teams so that they can take on 90% of your jobs and you actually become jobless. And you can think of a next thing, what
What's the
more
next
can,
big
what's the
thing?
next big thing that I want to do? That's
Hmm.
what I would say
Hmm.
to the young guys.
Yes. Sir, thank you for coming to
My pleasure.
Devakey Diaries. It's been an honor having you here. And I'm sure that our audience has learnt a lot from today's episode. If you've reached this point, please go back and watch it once or twice again because there are a lot of valuable insights here that will help shape your journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We're going to have many more entrepreneurs come here, which will help your career journey as well. So, thank you for being with us. This is a
Thank
small
you.
token of appreciation from us.
Thank you very, very much.
And I think we'll have to do an episode too soon with you.
Anytime, whenever you call me,
Yes.
I'm always there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Glad to be of some help.